this just for funsies. I don't know if I'll actually post it, but whatever. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. I think I might have to bribe you with wine every time so that you all show up. This is like the most faces I've seen in a while. But seriously, I feel like it's been a crazy freaking week, and I'm so grateful that you guys are here. And I really just want to spend some time with you. But I had an amazing freaking leadership call this morning. Keith Callahan, for those of you who don't know, he wrote the book Built to Last, and he is one of the top earners in Beachbody. He earns like multi-million dollars a year. He is, if any of you watch Haley Christian, she's a killer coach. She's the one with pink hair, but that's her coach, Keith Callahan. And it's kind of funny because he is like super quiet on social media, but he is like a killer behind the scenes. And it's because of the way he built his business. He built his business to last, which is the name of his book. But it's just so cool because, you know, he talks mostly about developing leaders, and that's how you truly are successful in this business. That's how you really build that long-term success, and that's how you build that, you know, the monetary, the financial side of everything. So I do want to watch this video with you guys, but let's first, I'm going to take a quick little video. Let's cheers, because it's been a long week, but you guys have been just tuning in. I know, I feel like I've done, like, all of us have just been so fired up, and I just feel our energy completely shifting, and I just feel like we're feeling like this community is just growing every single day. And really, like, even posting that, you know, my financial progress today, I was just like, wow, you know, like, not even wow at the money, but like, wow at our team. Like, our team is growing every single day, and I'm so insanely grateful for every single one of you, and I'm so freaking proud of all of you. Like, you guys have no idea, like, how, like, much you guys are my life, like, for real, my life. Like, I love you so much, and I love watching you guys just get outside your comfort zones every day and just continue to grow. And I'm so freaking proud of you guys. So let's cheers to that. Whatever you got in your glass, whether it's water, whether it's seltzer, whatever you're drinking, let's cheers to an amazing week and just another going after it every single day and just growing every single day. I love you guys so much. So cheers. I love you. I love you. I love you. And your girl has not had wine in a quick minute. I'm so excited to come home because, for those of you who don't know, I'm from the Finger Lakes, and the Finger Lakes is wine country. That's what I grew up on. I worked at a winery, and it's the best. It's the best wine you'll ever have. So store-bought wine for me is a little different, but I'm just hyped to come home and go to all of the wineries. But let me share my screen. I probably can't make it look like Katie. Oh, you're too funny. Okay, I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to go to, and to be honest, I don't know if I'm like allowed to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because I do what I want. But it was a training. It was a training in our superstar group, and to be honest, guys, if you are a brand new coach, like, I don't want you to like go away from this call and be like, oh my gosh, like, that was like so much, like, I am not cut out for this. Like, no, like, I am purely showing you this. This is a leadership training for a reason, because he's talking about leadership things. Like, he's at the very top of our network, and he's speaking to leaders specifically, but I want you all to be leaders. You should all want to come in this business and become leaders, because that's how you're really going to grow this success. And his message is just incredible. I took crazy notes this morning, but I want you guys to just take it with a grain of salt, and I know that you'll benefit from it. So let's get started on it. And if you guys do have questions along the way, just post them in the chat, and I will answer them along the way. All right. Ready?
I am.
Can you guys hear it?
Keith Callahan. I am a 10-star Beachbody coach, also the author of the best-selling book.
Yeah. Do you need it up?
Last, which we're going to be talking about
Maybe
today.
I can. share my audio.
Earned millions upon millions of dollars as a Beachbody coach, which is kind of cool to say. And just sharing that, because that's what that's what everything in this book, in the Build to Last philosophy about it. My philosophy on this business is, yes, we're here to earn. Yes, we're here to help people, and yes, we're here to be of service. But I think even bigger than that, we're here to create passive income, because it's going to give us freedom in our lives. It's going to give us freedom of time. That is the biggest asset in the world. So that's what we're going to talk about. That's what my entire philosophy.
Tell me which is. Can you guys hear him?
Is about creating a life.
Yeah, we can hear and see him.
Okay, perfect.
Be a even bigger asset in the world, so you can do more stuff, so you can grow more, learn more, give more. And I'm also excited. I didn't know that you guys were doing that. This was for Superstar Diamond. So awesome! Congratulations to each and every one of you. And I think for me, whenever I see this, I look at it in two ways. I look at it in Ashley's team is achieving Superstar Diamond, but I also look at it as this gives you a glimpse into what's possible in this business. So it gives you a glimpse into, it's kind of like the 4-minute mile, and I don't want to go into that. Sometimes I wish I just had like 4 hours that I could just go through and dump all kinds of information on you guys for 4 hours, but it's like the 4-minute mile, and the gist of that is no one had broken the 4-minute mile. This guy, Roger Bannister, breaks the 4-minute mile, and then within a year, there was like 15 people that broke it because somebody had done it. And that's what Ashley's doing. That's what she's leading the way. She's showing you guys what's possible. But here's where I want to go with this call. It sort of came together last minute. We're going to talk about chapter 3 in Build to Last, which is the mindset. Here's the only thing that will stand in your way. Like, let's say your goal, let's say you have this dream to hit 15-star diamond, and you say, that's for Ashley, but that's not for me. She's capable of doing it, but I'm not capable of doing it, right? And the reality is, the truth is that you already won the race. And this is kind of a weird analogy, but there's something like 300 million, when your mom got impregnated, there's something like 300 million sperm that raced to the egg. And you were the one that made it. You were the one that you defied those odds, right? So you already have you have what it takes to win. You have it in your DNA. You have that something special inside of you, and all you need to do is tap into it. Because here's the deal, a lot of us have this hidden, lying, dormant potential, and we just haven't tapped into it. So it's not like you need to go and you need to get something that you don't already have. You have everything inside of you to achieve success at the highest level. So one step at a time though. Right now we're locking in 15-star diamond. You guys are halfway through. Congratulations. I'm sure you're gonna have some big party or at the surprise superstar weekend. It sounds like this could be a fun weekend. Focus on that, lock it in, arm in arm, together. But what I want to start talking about is what's beyond that. So what's beyond that for you? And that's where we come in. So I'm just going to go through chapter 3 in the book, and I'm going to touch on each one of the 7 points, 7 principles. If you guys have, I think that I can, hold on one second. I'm doing 2 things. I'm opening my notepad while I'm talking to you, but I think that I can see comments as they come up live. So I'll kind of just keep scrolling through the comments, but if you have questions, feel free to type it in. If you've got anything, this is this is for you guys. So this next hour is dedicated to you and your growth and your team, and my commitment is to give everything that I have to help you really get that mindset shift of what it's going to take to achieve success at the highest levels in this industry. And that's really what it is. It's a shift in your mindset. So if you have questions, if you want to interrupt, feel free, just comment in the comments, and I'll keep scrolling as we go along. So point number one, let's just dive right into it. So, and I'm going to do this different for each point. But point number one, I just wanted to read this whole thing because I think that it clearly states what it is that I want to articulate. So leaders focus on who they are becoming more than what they are getting. A leader's mindset is not about activities, rewards, or accolades. It's about who she or he is becoming. A leader knows it's not possible to hold the title or rank of leader long term without becoming a person capable of doing so. Leading is about changing yourself from the inside out. Leaders are focused on who they're becoming versus what they're getting. So what does that mean? What am I trying to say there? And I just want to make one other comment before I start explaining that. This is a good time to take notes. So this is really, I think, and I'm glad that Ashley pulled this out, I think this is the most important chapter in the book. And I'm just going to dive deeper into each one of these and massage it so you really get it and you really understand it. One more quick thing. I just have to shut the door fully on my office. So give me 1 second. I don't know if you guys know or not, but we have 5 kids and 2 of them are not in school, so it's a little loud out there. So what is it that we're talking about? What is it that we need when we're talking about leaders are focused more on who they're becoming than what they're getting? And to me, this goes deeper than just what they're getting. It's what are you actually doing with your time, and are you doing it intentionally? Is there intentionality behind what you're doing? Does that make sense? Because you can go and I've seen this happen. You can hustle and you can work 40, 50, 60, 70 hours a week in this business, and 5 years from now, have a business that hasn't grown. Because you haven't grown. This business isn't like, so, here's a real simple analogy. Let's say that you had a business that was stuffing envelopes. So when I was younger, I used to always scroll through, I always had this entrepreneurial part of me. And I used to scroll through the help wanted ads, and it was always like, $2,000 a month stuffing envelopes from home. And I was like, I could do that. But here's the deal with stuffing envelopes. It's how fast are you able to fold something and put it in an envelope, right? And that's how you get paid. Our business is 100% the opposite of that, because it has nothing to do with how many people you're able to talk to, how fast you're able to get stuff out there, how quickly you can do things, and it has everything to do with who is the actual person doing the work. What is her level of self-esteem? What is her level of confidence? What is her level of belief in herself? Is she just trying to check things off a checklist, or is she trying to become a pro in this business? Is she trying to become somebody who next month, when she shows up to do the work, she's actually a little bit better than she was the previous month? That makes sense? So it's not about what you're doing. So many of us get caught up in, show me the next Instagram this, show me the next this. Once I get this training, once I do that, it's not about what you're doing. That's 5% of the equation. The deeper piece is who you're becoming. Who are you actually becoming? Are you capable right now? So Ashley got herself to a point that she was capable of building a business to 15-star diamond. And here's the important piece. Holding long term. And maybe 15-star diamond might not stay for the next 5 years, but holding a large organization that continues to grow and continues to thrive and continues to prosper. Are you right? Like, think about it. Think about your business. Think about your dreams and your goals. And I hope that it's something that scares you. I hope that it's something that pushes you out of your comfort zone. And I hope that it's something that you have to become. You have to ignite. You have to aliven something inside of you that right now is dormant. That right now you don't currently have the skills. You don't currently have the self-esteem, the belief, the whatever it is. You haven't walked through the fear yet, because it's not about what we're doing. It's about who we're becoming. So go ahead, set that goal for 15-star diamond. And here's what people say. Okay, so I've set this goal. Maybe my goal is 2-star diamond. Maybe my goal is 5-star diamond. Whatever your goal is right now, we're going to talk more about goals. The question isn't, what do I need to do? Because here's the question. Here's the answer to that. You need to talk to a lot of people, and you need to nurture them and develop them to become leaders. That's it. Like, that's not rocket science. Who do I need to become is a much different question. And it's going to be different for each one of us. For some of us, we're living with all these regrets. We're living with this pain. For some of us, we took on this mask of our family that says that we're overeaters, that says that we're never financially successful, that says that we have depression that runs in the family, we have anxiety that runs in the family, that says that we don't complete things. And we've taken on these masks and we've taken on these identities. And until you shed that identity, until you shed that this is who I am, and Ashley may be able to hit 15-star diamond, but I can't do that because of this. I call BS on that. You don't have to live out the story that was read to you as a child. You don't have to live out the story that's happened for the last 5, 10, 15 generations in your family. You actually are the author of your story. The author of your story. You have the ability to say, this is how it's going to be for me. So that's writing the story. And then the second part is becoming the main character in that story. Actually living into it. Does that make sense? So, not simply about what you're getting or what you're doing, it's who you're becoming, who you need to become. All right. So number 2, leaders don't just believe they can, they know they will. Leaders don't just believe they can, they know they will. So it's a slight difference in words. One of my favorite teachers, and his book just came out, Bo Eason. So he just had this book come out, There's No Plan B for Your A game. And what he argues is that the most important decision that you have to make, you right now, is to make a decision, and what he calls it is a declaration, what you're going to accomplish. And what he says is, what's the field that you're going to be in? And then make the decision to be the best. Right? You're in network marketing. You're in this industry. You're a diamond coach. Like, you're on this spot where you're teetering. your business can go through the roof, it can stay where it is and teeter, or it can kind of fall to the ground after this, right? Truth. This is what the three choices that we have. And what I would suggest is taking those advice and making a declaration right now. Make that declaration, I'm going to be a top network marketer. I'm going to be in the top 10. And we're going to talk a little bit more about goals. But whatever you decide for your goal, make a clear declaration on that and then start acting the part. And I want to share, so I shared this in the book, but I want to share the power of this for your business. So my personal sponsor is Bob Lucido in Beachbody. So he's my personal sponsor. Him and I are good friends. Prior to me signing up as a Beachbody coach, Bob and I went through and we did P90X together. We did that for 2 years. Like we had this is before challenge groups, and we used to text each other. And we used to text each other just for the accountability, right? So Bob and I are doing P90X, we're texting each other, 2 years goes by. Bob decides that he wants to become a Beachbody coach, and he doesn't get signed up. And immediately upon signing up, he starts trying to convince me to become a Beachbody coach. And long story short, it got to the point that I unfriended Bob on Facebook. This was before Instagram, but I unfriended him on Facebook because I was annoyed with all the Beachbody stuff, all the shirtless, all of this, right? I was like, enough is enough. Like, I want nothing to do with this. I love you as a friend, but this whole thing just isn't for me. 6 months. 6 months he tried to get me to sign up. During this time, he got to the level of Diamond Coach where you guys are right now. He got to the level of Diamond Coach, and he was building his business. He was hitting Success Club every single month. He believed that he had the ability to succeed at this business. He believed that he had the ability to succeed with it, but his business wasn't growing. He'd been stuck at Diamond for 6 months. I'm back in Massachusetts. Bob flies out to Summit. I'm still not a Beachbody coach. Summit is out in LA at this point, and Bob gets to meet all of these top coaches. All of these top coaches. He has an experience at Summit. He has what I would call a paradigm shift. He sees things differently. Bob calls me at the end of Summit, says, listen, I'm not going to bother you anymore with this. I don't want to keep hassling you, but man, you've got to just give me an hour. Give me an hour of your time on the phone, and I just want to tell you about this opportunity because I don't want you to miss out. So Bob and I spend an hour on the phone, and I don't remember a thing that he said. Honest to God, I don't remember anything that he said. Here's what I do remember. I remember feeling he's going to build this. He's going to do this. He's going to make this into a huge business. And he's going to do it without me. I don't want him to do it without me. I'm in. 6 months we talked. 6 months he tried to get me to sign up. 6 months he was out there hustling. He was building his business. He was putting in the work. He was doing everything that he needed to do. He believed in himself, and he believed in this opportunity, and he believed that he had the ability to do it. But until he went out to Summit and he got to be around other people that were actually doing it, he made this slight shift from believing he can to knowing he would. At that time, he made a declaration, I'm going to be a top coach in Beachbody. I'm going to leave my law practice. I'm going to be a full-time Beachbody coach, and I'm going to build a team of 10,000 people. He made those declarations. He had no idea. Here's the deal. You don't need to know how to get to 15-star Diamond. You don't need to know how this is all going to play out to get started. But what you do need to do is you need to make a declaration. You need to put a stake in the ground, and you need to say, I'm going to be a top coach with Beachbody, and then you have to start acting like that now. Acting, walking, talking, like everything that you're doing, you have to already be where you want to be. That one decision, here's what happened. Because Bob made that shift, he went from diamond to 3-star diamond in the next month. I honestly, if he didn't go to that summit and he didn't have that shift, I wouldn't have signed up. Our team added 30,000 distributors, 30,000 coaches to Bob's download. That's the power of shifting from just believing you can do this to putting that stake in the ground, making the decision today, and then knowing without a doubt you're going to build that large organization. You're going to be a top coach. Moving from just believing you can, right? That's where we're all at right now. I can do this. I can do it. Yeah, I can do it.
I had to bribe them.
Knowing without a doubt that it's going to happen to you. You don't need to know. You just need to make that declaration. All right. Hopefully we get through all these in an hour. I get so carried away. I love this stuff. I love working with you guys, and it's an honor. It's an honor that, thanks to Ashley for inviting me on. Like, it's a big thing. You guys, this is the whole team that's running to 15-star diamonds. So it's an honor to be here with you guys, and hopefully some of this stuff clicks.
All right, fam. We got 8 minutes left, and there's still about 30 minutes left of. Can you guys hear me? Okay. There's still about 30 minutes left of the call. I'm probably going to stay on and watch it. So if you guys want to continue and watch it with me, I'm going to record it to make sure that you guys have it. But if you guys are trying to go to sleep, do you guys want to chill right now and just like talk, or do you want to keep watching? I'll leave it up to you. Just post it in the chat real quick. Yo, I love seeing all of your beautiful faces. Let's do a little boomy real quick in case any of you have to jump off. Keep watching, keep watching. All right, will you guys cheers me real quick with your water, your salsa, your wine? Ready? 1, 2, 3. You're so cute. Apparently, I really have to bribe you guys. I'll bribe you with like Energize next time. All right, so your wine has been gone. I know I have like 1 sip left because it's just so good, right? All right, so it looks like it's keep watching. Yeah, we'll just keep watching, and then as soon as like we run out of time, we've got about 7 minutes left. You guys can click the same link because I always use the same one, and we'll just continue where we pick up where we left off. Yeah, let me pour a little more. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now. We'll get back. Okay. I think it's probably still computer sound. Okay. You guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hopefully you take a nugget or
Good.
two.
Perfect.
And hopefully, here's the ultimate thing with all of this stuff. Like, there's some good stuff in here. There's some nuggets. But here's the overarching philosophy. Stop letting the BS tape run your life. Like, start writing your own story. Start writing your story and then living it out. The only way to get that BS.
We gotta re-listen to that.
Start living. Some of this stuff clicks.
Re-listen.
Hopefully you take a nugget or two, and hopefully, here's the ultimate thing with all of this stuff. Like, there's some good stuff in here. There's some nuggets, but here's the overarching philosophy. Stop letting the BS tape run your life. Like, start writing your own story. Start writing your story and then living it out. The only way to get that BS tape to stop is to start living a different story. Set that intentionality and start living into it. The BS tape's not going to go away all the time. It's not going to go away immediately. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. But are you entertaining it, or do you see it as static? Do you see it as like, you know, out there in the radio and not your thoughts, but like these radio thoughts that are just transmitting something to you? All right, I'm getting off topic. And number 3, leaders don't just show up. They show up with their mind right. So when I signed up to be a distributor, I wanted to build a big business, and I knew it was possible. In order to do that, though, I needed to get to a place of knowing that it was actually going to happen. So again, it's very similar to the second one. I needed to change my mindset from can't to can, from impossible to possible, from thinking small to thinking big. I needed to release past failures and current excuses. I was sick and tired of all those little thoughts creeping into my subconscious. Thoughts telling me I wasn't good enough. Worries about what if this happened? What if that happened? Thoughts telling me I wasn't going to succeed. That negative, nagging voice went on, and I had to change it. I had to shift from allowing those thoughts to control me to controlling my own mindset. Anybody relate? Like, can you relate to that? Because it's huge. And here's the mantra that I lived with and continue to live with throughout building this business. It was super, super simple. I can, I will, and I am. So you can set the goal, whatever it is, you set the goal, and maybe your thoughts are going to start telling you that you can't. Your thoughts are going to start telling you why it's not going to work out. I'm going to give you guys a little formula. This is a 3-step formula to controlling your thoughts starting today. So the first thing I want you to focus on, so you're going to set your goal, you're going to get things all clear, you're going to know where you want to go. But then we need to, like, how do we actually do this, Keith? How do we move from believing we can to knowing we will? For some of us, it may happen in an instant. For some of us, we may have to nurture this. We may have to walk through things. So step number 1 is getting a very, very clear, positive mantra. I can, I will, I am. I can, I will, I am. I mean, I used to just like, it was constant in my mind. It was constant in my head because I had to change my thinking from can't to can, from, you know, insecurity to security, from failure to success, like all of those things. My mind wasn't programmed to achieve success in this business. So step 1, I had that positive mantra, I can, I will, I am, and you can get a few of them. Step 2 is to get present and experience the feelings you're feeling. And I'm gonna give you all 3 steps, and then I want to take it back because these work interchangeably. In step 3, so these steps get weirder as they go, just so you know. Step 3 is any negative thought that comes into your mind isn't your thought. So some people call this thoughts from the devil. Some people say like it's a radio frequency and it's not them. Some people call it the dark side. Some people call it their shadow. Whatever it is, right? That those are thoughts that have been accumulated. They've been attached to you. They've been built up on your energy system since you were a little kid. This is why we have things like eating disorders and alcoholism and like any addiction, any negative behaviors. It's because we have those thoughts attached to us, and we don't know how to control them, so we escape. All right, I know this is a lot to take in. Are you guys kind of with me right now, though? So. First thing, getting the clear mantra. Second thing, being present with your feelings. And third thing, the negative thoughts are not yours.